Welcome back, everyone, to the Capitals GM mode, and we are here to continue the Year 6 regular season sim. We're going to go up to the trade deadline in this video. I'm going to talk about the top 10 left wingers of NHL 16 and the top 10 centers of NHL 16. Now, the top 50 players was just released tonight, but I'm going to save that for the next video because there are players on that list that are not on the top 10s list for all the positions. So we're going to go over left wingers first, then centers, and we're going to do that while we sim. So I just want to show you guys the changes I made to the penalty kill because it was so bad last episode. All I did was move Hodgson down and move Abdelkader up. I added Abdelkader to the penalty kill. I replaced Tom Wilson because I looked and Abdelkader actually has better penalty killing stats. So we'll go with this up to the trade deadline. If it still doesn't work out, I might have to change it again. And we're going to ride with Holtby and, Moody as the backup. We're going to stick with Holtby till the trade deadline. Maybe partway through this episode, I might change it depending on how we're doing. But most likely, I'm just going to stick with Holtby as the starter unless we start to get, really, really bad. Then I'm going to have to throw Moody in there and turn off goalie rotation. Hopefully, I don't have to do that, but it might be necessary. So we're going to continue now with the sim as soon as I get the top 10 shit on my screen. I should have done this before. EA Sports NHL, there we go. Official site. Is there the ratings and shit? Where was that? I forget where it was. Now I have to go find it again. Damn it. This is annoying. It says NHL ratings, blah, 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 blah. Top 50 players. No, I don't want that. I want top 50 left wingers. All right. This is top 10. Yeah, left wingers. Okay. So we're going to go over this. I've seen the left wingers and centers already. I honestly don't have many issues, if any at all, really, because left wingers, it's pretty bare bones compared to right wingers. There was more players with higher overalls in the right wing than the left wing, but anyway, no major issues with left wing and center because I know it seemed like it was harder to pick for left wingers because there's not that many options. But in comparison to right wing, I should say. I'm not saying there's no options, but in comparison. So we'll start simming here. I'll go up to the AllStar Game just so you guys can see who's on that. So left wing, number 10, Patrick Sharp, 88 overall. That's something I'm fine with. He's going to be playing. He had an off year, but he's going to be playing with Sagan and Ben, so give him a little increase there. That's all right. Number 9, Alex Steen, 88. Again, playing with Tarasenko. Had a pretty good year, not this year, but last year, if I do recall. So stick with him at a good rating there. Number 8, Andrew Ladd, 88 overall as well. Good rating for Ladd. I think he deserves it. He's been playing very consistent over the last few years. Number 7, Patrick Marleau, 88. Again, he's got Joe Thornton. He's got Couture. He's looking good there. Keep him at an 88. Just give me a second here. I just need to figure out where we're going for the draft. We'll go 1 month on defense. In the queue. All right, so let's continue simming to the All-Star break. Number 6, 89 overall, Gabriel Landeskog. Pretty good power forward right there. Definitely deserving, again, playing with Duchesne, McKinnon. He deserves high overall. He should get that high overall. I really do believe Gabriel Landeskog is a good player, and he's been needing that overall for a couple years now. Another guy that needs a higher overall, and he's finally getting it, Max Pacioretty's 89 overall. He's gonna, if he does well this year, he's at number 5 here. If he does well this year, he'll get to that 90, which is something I think he should have. But not right now. But if he has one more good year, he should get that 90. Number 4, we're finally hitting the 90s. We got Zach Parise at 90 overall. Another player very deserving of it. I think that Parise's been consistent over the years. He needs the 90. He had it last year. So it was 90, I do believe. So that's where he should be. Number 3, 90 overall, Taylor Hall. No problems with that. Number 2, Jamie Benn, 92 overall, Art Ross Trophy winner. Again, no problem with that. And number 1, of course, 93 overall, Alexander Ovechkin, the highest left winger. Who can argue that? And I can't really argue with that top 4 choosing right there. Parise, Hall, and Ben, and Ovechkin. Those are the guys that deserve it. No major issues at all with the left wingers. No problems at all. They have a pretty consistent list here. So we'll go to centers now because this is where it gets really, really deep and it's hard to determine, who belongs in that top 10 because there are a lot of good centers in the NHL and I know it would have been very hard for EA to select this. So I'm going to go over these guys as soon as we look at the All-Star team. So let's do that right now, shall we? Let's go with the blue team first. Makes sense. So we got Hall, Nugent Hopkins, and Kane. Let me grab a drink, actually. Gaudreau, Seguin, and Domi. Zucker, Draisaitl, Landeskog. Zucker in 88. I've never seen that before. And then Perry, Bonino, and Barzell. Pretty good ratings right there. Pietrangelo, Weber, Myers and Doughty, Hamuse and Schultz. I wonder who is in the net. Okay. You know what? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Kakkonen, I guess that's how you pronounce it, and Frederick Anderson. And we can already see Voracek, Crosby, and Kessel on the Eastern team. So we got them out of the way because we saw them already. Tavares, Stamkos, and Eric Stahl. Kane, Evander Kane, that is. Of course it is. We're in the East. Barkov and Hagelin. Still in the East. Tatenby, who's 79 overall. Johansson and Mantha. That's really strange. 79 overall playing in the All-Star team. Riley and Subban. That's an interesting combo. But Riley's there. He's on the Capitals, right? Jelena and Carlson. That's good. And Gardner and Pouliot. So, only one guy on our team made the All-Star lineup. And goalies Price and Rask. Perfect. All right. So, let's do the top 10 centers, shall we? Top 10 centers. As soon as I get through this shit game. Stupid All-Star game. We gotta go up to a trade deadline. Get some trades. So how have we been doing so far? Because I've kind of been focused on left wing. I just want to look. Couple wins. Mainly losses. I think... You know what? We'll play these few games with Holtby and just see how it goes. And if not, I'll change it. So let's go over the top 10 centers. So number 10, 91 overall, Tyler Seguin. Pretty good rating for Seguin. Honestly, he could be 91, 92. Number 9, Ryan Getzlaf, 91 overall. Very deserving rating. It's very hard for them to rank these guys because everyone is so close at center. So I have no major complaints. Number 8, 92 overall, Henrik Zetterberg. I think he's more of a 90, 91. 92 is a little high, especially since Seguin is a better player right now than him, and even Getzlaf. So that's one little concern, but no big deal. Zetterberg's still a great player. He's deserving of that spot. I just thought, someone else might be able to take it instead, because they've played better recently, I mean, don't get me wrong, Zetterberg had a great year. That was a lot of top 10s, holy shit. Okay, we'll go there. Zetterberg had a great year, but I mean, Seguin's up and coming. I think he deserves that overall increase to be higher than Zetterberg. Number 7, Kopitar, 92. That's fine with me. Number 6, Evgeny Malkin, 92. That's fine with me, even though I'm not going to be biased. He has had a couple of injuries recently, kind of off season, so he could probably be a 91 or 90 or 91. So 92 is pretty giving to Malkin, honestly. I think he's more of a 90, 91. Number 5, 92, John Tavares. Pretty good rating again. Number 4, Pavel Datsyuk, 93 overall. That's a fine rating with me. We're looking okay here, so we'll just stick with Holtby. We're still 30, 15, and 6. So Datsyuk, 93, that's fine with me. John Tavares can honestly have a 93 as well, though. Number 3, with a 93 overall, Steven Stamkos. Completely fine with that. Number 2, Jonathan Taves, 94. I think it's his defensive category that makes him that high, because I see him more as a 92 overall player. But his defensive category does raise his overall, because I do think Stamkos and Tavares are better offensive players than Taves. And Malkin, though he Doesn't deserve the overalls, the high overall as much as Tavares and Stamkos. Still, I'm all right with Taves being the second best, forward in the game. I'm completely fine with that. It's his defensive category that's raising that overall. But next, number one, of course, 96 overall, keeping it from last year, Sidney Crosby, the best player in the game, the best player in the NHL, the best player in hockey right now. Definitely deserving of that overall. Even though he had an off season last year, he was still third in scoring, and that's comparable to, that what other guys would see as a really great season. So completely fine with the number one rating of Crosby. Kind of surprised that his overall is such a huge gap, maybe, because he's 96 and second best is Weber and Taves was 94, and you might think, well, that's not that big of a gap, but it actually is. Like, 2 points. There's no one with a 95 rating. Most of the people are 93, 92, 91 in these high overalls, right? So a 2-point rating in overall is actually a pretty big gap when you think about it. Because, really, how close everyone is, and Crosby's not 1 point better, he's 2. That is a big gap. You might not think, but trust me, it is. So, there you go. Not really any complaints when it comes to centers and left wings. I really had no problem with these. Just a couple little tweaks, but nothing in comparison to my goalie and right wing and defenseman rants. So, we're fine here. We really are. So in the next episode, we'll talk about the top 50 players, and I'll point out they show the pictures. They actually have pictures here. I can look right now. It has pictures of the players and lists their individual stats and all that. So we'll point out some players that weren't in the top 10 defenseman, goalie, right winger, left winger, center, etc., whatever. So there's some players on this list that didn't even make that cut because the pool was so deep for players. So we will go over those players in the next episode. Anyway, let's just go here for 6 weeks to get this off my back. So here's the trade deadline. We're 39, 18, and 6. We're all right here. I don't think we're going to need to make any major changes. We're going to stick with the team we got right now. I'm going to go over the trade deadline, and then we're going to look at the stats for the season thus far. So I've actually downloaded Windows 10. My recording system wasn't working properly for the first little bit, so I kind of had to make some tweaks to make this shit work. It was very, very annoying. But Johnny Gaudreau was traded to the Nashville Predators. Yeah, Windows 10, man. I downloaded it from Windows 8, upgraded my computer here. It was free software, so I did it. Pretty good deal, honestly, guys. You should do it. If you have Windows 8 or Windows 7, upgrade to Windows 10. It's free. At least it was for me. I'm not sure, but if it's for everyone. But it was free for me, so I would do it while you still have the chance. I'll talk about that in a sec once we look at Andrew Shaw was traded for a first-round pick. Very interesting. But, there was a bit of sound issues. That's why I couldn't record, but I ended up fixing those by downloading different, hard drives or drivers, whatever you want to call them. I need to fix it because I couldn't record without sound because I need to hear my own voice when I'm editing the video to make sure everything's properly in sync and shit like that. So I couldn't let that get in the way, so I had to fix that before doing anything. So top 50 players, there are some interesting things here. I'll just give you guys a brief breakdown of what I'm going to be, some of the players we'll talk about in the next episode. Let me get that up again, actually. Some of the players that weren't in the top 10s of their category. So we got Oliver Ekman-Larsson here, we got Kessler, no Letang or Fleury. I will point that out, no Letang or Fleury, so they're probably like 88 overall or something, or 87, because the top 50 it starts at 89 overall. So there's Ekman-Larsson, Kessler, Giordano, Johansson, Carter, Shattenkirk, Pavelski, I don't believe he was there, Backstrom, Giroux, Bergeron. Now I think we're getting into the players that were all there. I'm just looking quick. Yeah, so we'll talk about all those guys, just give you a preview for what I say in the next video. And, that's everyone that wasn't in the... That's on that top 50 list that wasn't in the top 10 in their respective category. So 40, 18, and 6. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. You guys can decide if we should keep going with Holtby after we look at these stats, or should we try Moody for a little bit, or we should be good. But I mean, I just want everyone's opinion. So we're now in second place in the league, 1 point behind, but we have 1 game in hand on San Jose, McDavid's team. They won the Stanley Cup last year, didn't they? I do believe they did. I don't remember exactly, but I have a feeling they did. So we are second in the league. Not bad, not bad. But, oh, I got a message on my phone. Just a second. Just a moment. So, anyway, goals for. We are third now, actually. I think we were second last time. So, Edmonton's really taken over in that category. But, second in the league. 202 goals for. Not bad, not bad. I got messages on my phone right now. I got to check them. 165 goals against. That's 6. That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty big improvement since last time. We're lowering that goals against per game, so it's looking like we're all right here. My changes to the penalty kill worked out. So let me answer this. Oh, someone wants me to go on Xbox. I'll say just a sec. I'm recording. There we go. That should be good. Alright. So anyway, improving that goals against, that's really, really good. Nice to see there. I think my changes on the penalty kill have done that. But we'll have to actually check that. So, power play percentage, 19.6. That is good enough for 9th in the league. That's pretty good. I think it was higher last time. I honestly do believe. But it's getting a bit lower. But other teams are getting better, obviously, so they're catching up. But we are the ones catching up on the penalty kill because 84.4%, big improvement over last time. We are 6th in the NHL, so I think we're going to stick with the penalty kill we have. We're doing really well now. Perfect. I love when my changes work out. Oh, okay, so let's look at the stats and then end the episode. I got to go on the Xbox One, do some shit. Alright, so let's get into this. So, stats-wise, OV 65 points, 64 games, 32 goals. That's pretty good. Eichel's up there, almost a point per game. Marner's doing well. Backstrom's doing well. Vrana's doing well. Riley's up there. Burakovsky. Falk. We got some depth scoring. A little bit. Not too much, but it's better than nothing. Very widespread scoring, so that's good. Ovi's definitely leading the charge, though. He's leading us. So, when it comes to plus minus, only a couple minus players, not that big of a deal. We're looking at Holtby now, lowering that goals against average. I think it was 2.9 last time, now it's 2.6. Very good. Move over to these guys, their actual statistics. 6 shutouts for Holtby, 1 for Moody, a 913 save percentage for Holtby, and a 930 save percentage for Moody. So Holtby is steadily improving, guys. He is improving from that penalty kill, I would assume. And maybe we're just playing a lot better in the last episode. So that's going to be it. We'll end it there. So we're 40, 18, and 6. You guys be the judge. Any line changes, anything that should happen? Should we go with Moody, or are we looking good with Holtby here? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the top 10 left wingers and centers, and even right wingers and defensemen goalies? Just leave all your opinions on that since it's all out. Like I said, in the next video, I'll talk about the top 50 players and some of the players on that list that didn't make. Mainly, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. The players that didn't make the top 10 in their respective categories. I didn't know how to phrase that there for a sec, but I think I got everything out that I wanted to say. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the final regular season episode for the year 6 year, I guess. And now I'm just mumbling, but I'm thinking I got one more thing to say. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, so since we're running out of time till NHL 16, it is possible that the playoffs, if we make it, which we most likely are going to be one big video. So just for this year, because this could be the last season. So it is possible if we're running out of time. So that's what I want to get out. Now I'm just dragging on this ending, but I need it to get that out there. So again, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.